Yeah. Cool. Well, welcome to the call, Adrian. It's so good to have you on here. Oh, did we lose you?
No, I'm still here. I'm just looking. My husband just got home. He's tackling the snow.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Where do you live?
We live about 25 minutes north of Barrie.
Okay, yeah. So, did you guys get hit pretty bad with the snow?
still coming down here. I'm in Innisfil. It's still coming down.
Oh
Oh
god.
yeah, it's coming down quite heavy here too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Aw. Well, I wanted to also introduce myself, Adrian. We haven't chatted yet, so welcome to the whole program.
Yeah, no, I've just been watching your videos. So I've been watching your virtual self.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was hoping you could kind of like get started before our appointment in January, so that's perfect.
Yeah, my husband's trying to get out of his system. He just wants to eat Kraft dinner all the time. I'm like, Kate, like, stop.
It's like this one here. She just wants to eat Kraft dinner all the time too. But you're 5. Is it challenging? Like, is he open to making some changes, or does he a little bit of a stick in the mud?
Let's just say he's going to be extremely cranky when we start cutting out sugar and stuff. He's kind of addicted to pizza, as I've said.
Yes, I saw that in your intake form. That's so funny.
Yeah, I usually find a hidden pizza box stuff behind our compost bin.
Oh, really? So you know when he's been sneaking. Yeah, and like for those first few days, especially Adrian, as you switch things over, you gotta realize it's the addict talking, it's not your husband's higher self, and they can get kind of vicious.
I feel like I need him to watch these videos.
Please do. We've put a lot of husbands through them. And then they're super supportive afterwards. It's really cool.
We shall see. We shall see.
They also become super supportive when they see you feeling the way that you want to feel and looking the way you want to look. And the other big one is like with PMS type stuff, right? When husbands see wives changing in that department, they're like, okay, I'm sold. I'll do whatever you want.
No, it'd be important for him to kind of get on board too, because he's going to be doing his physical for his police testing in March, and he had his gallbladder out, surprisingly, a couple of weeks ago for a 30-year-old. That's quite young.
Yeah, he's only 30?
Yeah, let's just say they stopped counting the amount of stones.
Oh, okay, yeah, so it was time to come out.
Yeah, so he's also getting like his blood work checked out. I actually set up an appointment on tomorrow morning to get blood drawn. So it's more of a like exactly maybe if you could send me a list of what I should be asking for her to put on my profile for it to be drawn.
Sorry, what was that last part? You said you're going to put a list for him of what he should get drawn?
No, I was gonna say like if you had a specific list of what I should be asking my doctor to order for blood work.
That's for you or for him?
Oh, for me. He's got a separate appointment because I want his cholesterol checked.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, there's a ton of stuff we can do for you. So this is like your annual check-in type of thing?
It's more a combination of a few things, but like yeah, I want to definitely get some like hormonal stuff checked out, just to kind of get myself on track.
Okay, that's really cool. I'm just gonna pull up your intake form here. Are you cool with me suggesting some now, just out loud?
If I can grab a piece of paper, hold on.
Yeah, because we can do that, and I can write them to you too.
1 second. And I think it's a combination as well. Like I just stopped taking my birth control, so my body's going to be no medications at all.
Oh, that's really good. It's gonna be a little adjustment period for sure, but then you'll have the washout. Okay.
Let's see if my pen actually works that I have.
Nice.
Okay.
That's so cool that he's going to become a police officer.
Yeah, I really want him to be able to get to that point in his life because we're both in, like, I'm in healthcare and he wants to be in that kind of profession.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a nurse, right? Critical care?
Yeah.
Or you're on the cardiac unit, but you're getting your thing in critical care.
Yeah, I'm completing my certificate.
That is so cool. Okay, so
Alrighty, I got paper here.
Awesome. So you're basically looking to feel like dynamite from a hormonal perspective?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and then you've got like immune system metabolism, hormones, that type of thing. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would ask for, and we don't know how much, are they pretty game for doing things, your doctor?
I'm not sure. This will be the first time I'm kind of bringing this across to her, so she might kind of give me a look, and I'll just explain like I'm kind of following along with a naturopathic doctor. So this is
Yeah.
what she's asked for.
And if you ever want to, I actually can draft really professional letters requesting certain labs, and I give them, so like I'm sure you know from the OHIP standpoint, doctors always need to have a certain rationalization for why they run certain labs to bill
Mhm.
OHIP. So I give them like the phrase by phrase that they need to hear to be able to legally run those labs. So we can also do that if she's like, kind of like, what the heck are you talking about? That's a backup option. But for sure, I would get TSH, so just thyroid stimulating hormone.
Okay.
She probably won't run anything else than that on your thyroid, just because they need like additional. They would need to really think you have hypothyroidism to run more than that.
Yeah.
I would also run day 3 hormones, so that day 3 of your menstrual cycle. So on day 3, you should test estradiol, so your estrogen, FSH, and LH.
So I have to go back at a separate date then for that.
Oh, just what you would do is you would get the requisitions tomorrow, but you would get 2 requisitions. You would get one for the 3rd of your cycle and one for the 21st day of your cycle.
The third day you said?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, yeah, you cut it. So it was estrogen F3?
Estrogen, FSH, and LH.
LH. Okay, that's day 3 cycle.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's going to look at, so what I would say if I were you, even if this isn't necessarily 100% true, is I would tell her you've been trying to get pregnant for some time, so you want to look at your hormones. Because that's like the only time that they're really amenable to that. Or you can say something like, my cycles are really irregular and off, and I really want to know what's happening with that.
Okay.
I don't know if either of those are true for you, but those are like the rationales that would allow your doc to run these tests.
Well, I just went out the birth control in hopes of trying to start. So it was more of a combination of going in blood work and recommendations from her, I guess, what medications I should be kind of keeping on hand, like B12 and stuff.
That's awesome. Okay, so yeah, day 3 would be those ones. Also write down testosterone if she's open to or willing to run that. That's awesome. The day 3 would also have your TSH on it. She'd probably want to do a complete blood count and your lipid panel, like your triglycerides and cholesterol levels.
Yeah.
So good stuff. Ferritin as well, just to check in, because the last thing you want is to go into a pregnancy with low iron. You'll just feel like you're dragging your butt the whole time.
Yeah.
So she'd probably be open to running that, and then B12 as well is a good one to run, again, for energy, for energy in general, but also for future fertility.
Okay.
And then the day 21 test that you would want is your progesterone level. So that's the best time of your cycle to measure it, is day 21 of your cycle.
Oh, Lord, I need to learn how to track that then.
Are your cycles pretty regular?
Well, I don't know what they'll be like now stopping the patch.
Right.
So I could get it next week for all I freaking know.
You get your period next week?
No, I'm not supposed to, but who knows?
Right. Yeah, I would almost, well, for sure you have to wait till your next cycle to do your day 3 test.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so just start counting from the first day that you bleed, and then do day 3, and then count all the way up to 21 and go into the lab that day too.
Okay.
This is like best case scenario. Like if you can pull this off, it's awesome additional information, right?
I use the Flow app, FLO. It's pink with like a leaf, and then that's what I use to track.
That's
so
so
you can, yeah. There's like lots of different period apps. That one's my favorite out of the like 6 I tried.
Oh my
you
gosh.
can shop around and see which one works for you. I find it the least annoying. Like it doesn't send you notifications constantly, and
That's
like
so
when you're on your periods, you just put the information in, as opposed to like it being like, oh, you should be having this situation right now. The other ones seem to be annoying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember having that with one of them where it kept emailing me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. So Flow app. Yeah, so that might be a fit, Adrian. I've never checked out Flow, so I'm gonna download that now. I like Kindera because I bought a digital thermometer that links with it. So every morning, I don't do it right now, but I will when I'm starting to try to conceive. You can actually take your temperature every morning, and it's your basal body temp. So then it sends it to your phone to the Kindera app, and you can track it over that. So that's
Yeah,
another.
my friend she used something similar to Flow. She used one called Glow, and that was specifically for pregnancy.
That's cool. Yeah, there's so much cool stuff out there. And then you can keep track of stuff like your cervical mucus and other types of fertility indicators, which we will chat in so much depth about.
Yeah, and I was telling Lisa today, I'm like, I'm kind of nervous for what we're gonna find out about me.
And do you mean in like the menstrual cycle world or like the hormonal world or?
Oh, it's just in regards to, yeah, with the hormones and kind of, I guess, what the plan will be, just what kind of changes will need to be made. I think she wants to do a weekly check-in with her, myself, and I guess another one of her friends are doing it to kind
That's
of.
me.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Alex.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi, friend.
Hi.
Awesome.
Where's Lisa then? She needs to
I
be
know,
on
I
this.
told her to come on here.
Was
So-
she? I think she was working nights tonight, if
She
I
was.
understood correctly. I talked to her at 6 a.m., so I'm not sure if she was fully like brained there or whatever. The brain was there. But yeah, that was my understanding. She's working tonight.
Oh.
She finished a night shift this morning, but she had 2 back-to-back ones.
Let's get it back.
She might be passed out by now. So
I thought they were in your jacket.
I'm downloading Flow as we speak.
Yeah.
Cool. Who is that speaking? Is that Alex speaking to someone?
Nope, I'm here.
Oh, that's Adrian.
Yeah.
Too funny. Cool. What else can I share with you guys? Adrian, did we lose you? Deader. Bueller. Okay, cool. Yeah, did you have any questions yet so far? I know it's like super fresh for you, Alex.
Yeah, no, I'm super pumped to get whatever my plan is and get going on it.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited for you. It's such a cool time of year because you're on the cusp, right? Like everyone you know is probably going to start working on their resolutions on January 1st, but you're like,
Mhm.
I'm already ahead of the game. I already, put my vote in that I'm going to change my health, my life this year, and I'm already started. So it's like you're already on this trajectory and you feel so good about that. And then you're looking at you're just freshly starting, but you're so ahead of the game. It's going to be so awesome.
Yeah, and like we talked about, like I started working out like September-ish, so I'm kind of, this is my next step in like changing lifestyle.
Yeah.
To figure out my food and hormones and the rest of it.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad that you're not like, some people do everything all at once. Like they do all the nutrition, the supplements, and the working out all at once. And then it lasts for like 2 weeks and they burn out, right?
Mhm.
So I'm glad that you're phasing it in like that.
Yeah. I don't even know if that was intentional. I just wasn't getting the results. Like obviously you're not going to get results working alone, but I need adult supervision and a plan.
Yes. Yeah, I literally have a post coming out about that, about how we're not wired to be self-accountable. Biologically speaking, we're wired to be really lazy, right? And concerned.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way.
Energy.
Yeah. We're wired that way. So it's good, right? Like some people call it having a babysitter or a coach or a mentor or whatever it is, but I'm the same way. I can't live without that. I'm not enough of a self-starter to do that, and hardly anyone is.
Story of my life.
Yeah, you too?
Well, yeah, you saw my thing saying like I grew up being told what to do and what to eat most of my life.
That's right. You're a competitive athlete.
Yeah, and then life happened and then I didn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah. You're a professional skier, right?
I was, but then my ligaments got torn and that was Yeah, so, but I can understand what you're saying about like the working out and stuff. Like I kill myself all the time. Like I was doing CrossFit for about a year and wasn't
Yeah, I
going
did that too.
anywhere. Yeah, I literally was almost to the point where I started to hurt myself and I wasn't getting anywhere with it. And the opposite was that they were pushing, you probably understand, like they probably are pushing like the macros and so much food
Yeah.
that
I
the
didn't have that. It wasn't my box wasn't very competitive, so I didn't have that issue. But yeah, I definitely knew that's happening in other places.
Mm.
yeah, the amount of food they were pushing on me, I was like, I can't physically eat as much as you guys want me to.
Really?
Mhm.
It was close to like 3,000 calories what they were wanting me to eat.
No way.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's interesting. And what was the rationale they were wanting you to put on muscle mass?
Yeah, so they basically used my Fitness Pal and programmed in what my carbs, fats, and proteins levels were to be, and they said I had to meet those every day, and it was upwards of like 170 calories. I'm like, okay, like I can't get as much, like that's just a lot. And then the amount of protein they needed me to get, I was like, I can't physically eat that much,
Yeah.
especially on nights. It's impossible for me to eat meat.
Hmm. That's tough. Yeah, because you probably work a fair amount of night shifts too.
I work day, night, night.
Oh, so just like Lisa.
Yeah, and after 8 p.m., I can't physically touch meat or it makes me sick.
Yeah, it's so hard on your digestive tract, especially at that time of night. You're just not primed for that.
No.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so when was that? Was that last year?
The CrossFit?
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually both just quit in the last month and a half because it was super expensive and just the environment itself became less fun. Like we were going to CrossFit Barrie and it just became less fun. They were more focused on just trying to get as many people in as possible, and the workouts were getting too difficult, and there wasn't really any wiggle room to basically take your time with it.
Oh. Was it just because the classes were so back to back, so they're like, you gotta get in and get out?
It was that, but like it used to be a really fun environment. Like, the coaches would have a lot of fun and they'd be really there to support you. But then yeah, like the classes ended up being full all the time, so there's not that closer one-on-one that you're used to. And they honestly became more focused, I think, on the money aspect as opposed to really fostering who was there.
Oh man, that sucks. It sounds like growing pains, maybe. I don't know, like if they're just growing so quickly and kind of losing focus
Yeah.
what they're really
Yeah,
about.
so I went and bought a treadmill off Kijiji, and well, my
Nice.
husband is been planning on putting together a Bowflex system that a friend gave us, but he hasn't gotten to it yet.
That's
I
pretty
mostly just
cool.
I mostly just walk my and hike with my dog a lot.
Excellent. What kind of dog do you have again? Looks like a German Shepherd.
Shepherd Malamute. She's in my profile picture.
Yeah. She's so pretty.
Yeah, she's currently wanting to go outside in the 2 feet of snow.
Lisa has a Malamute too, right?
Oh yes, Dexter. He's
He's a
quite the.
handful.
I think she wanted to kill him like last week.
I'm sure. He is so big, like he just jumps the fence and runs away and like tries to play with the kids at the school down the street.
Yeah.
But he's giant, so I think he scares the kids.
Oh, he's just a big butterball though.
He's a big baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. And they're giant. Like I have a woman in my building back in Toronto that has a Malamute, and it's such a big dog. Like she's tiny and it's bigger than her. It's insane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're big dogs.
No, he's a big goof. He's a good boy though.
So cute. And your dog's name is Kira? No, Ember, right?
Ember, the one cat is 16 pounds, so she feels like a small dog.
That's hilarious. That's awesome. Do you
Yeah, we
have
could
a
probably
dog?
put her on a healthier diet.
You've put her on a healthier diet?
Well, I've cut down her can size from a big can to a small can.
Nice. Everyone's making health changes in the family now.
Oh, she hates me.
Does she? Oh.
Yeah.
I have some friends that just put their dog on like one of those raw dog food diets a few months ago, and they swear by it. I don't really know much about that stuff, but they were
Yeah,
like,
that's what we do with my work.
"Do you do that too?"
Yeah, like with the magazine, that's what we promote.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like more natural for them, right?
It is. Like if you think about it, kibble is like all processed. It's like giving your dog basically corn pops or whatever because it's so processed. Like it's not exactly like that, but that's kind of the analogy.
Right.
Whereas if you're feeding raw, it's more what they would eat in the wild if they were closer to nature, and that's not realistic for everyone. It's a lot more expensive.
True,
But
yeah.
yeah, that's kind of the teaching.
That's cool. Yeah, I guess it would be more arduous for some people, right, to like have to cook
Yeah,
a meal and whatnot. Can they eat
yeah.
completely raw meat? Is that possible?
Yeah, that's the idea. Raw meal is completely raw, and they're supposed to have there's macros for it as well. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but it's like 40% meat and 30% calcium and 10% phosphorus. I think is the ratio. I'm not sure 100%, but that's kind of the idea. But more so in the U.S. than here, you can purchase from stores. There's less variety here, but raw cooked or raw not cooked, but raw prepackaged meal. So you don't actually have to do any of the thinking in the combination because they need a certain percent of organ meat and certain percent of bone and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah, so that could be kind of complex.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Yeah, I was blown away today, Alex, when you were sharing with me that there's like chiropractors for dogs and homeopaths for dogs.
Yeah, there's like the whole crazy world. There's a doctor, she's in or she's a homeopath, I guess, in BC, and she has like 7 recorded cases of curing dogs from cancer with homeopathy.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have quite a few friends that go see like holistic vets who do homeopathy with the animals and whatnot. I think that's so cool.
Yeah. And they're harder to find in Canada. I think there's only one, well, like in our area, there's one in Newmarket that's integrated. So they are a DVM, like Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, but they practice holistically as well. So they do a combination.
That is so cool. I'm so happy that like holistic medicine exists in the animal world too.
Yeah.
As it should. That's so cool. And you have a dog too, right, Alex?
Yeah, she's a Husky Shepherd Malamute.
Oh my gosh, you guys all have partial Malamutes.
They have to be big to survive up here in the snow.
That's awesome.
Just bring them to my house, Alex. I have a 1/4 acre they can run in.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
They'd be so happy.
And it's all fenced. They're good.
Awesome.
Is it high enough for Dexter not to jump over?
Yeah, they have an extender on our fences because they had Rottweilers that used to jump the fence.
Oh my.
Yeah, and we, being where we are, like a lot of our neighbors have chickens, so we don't need the animals going and eating the livestock.
Yeah, that would not be good. So cool though. So cool you guys have pets. It's purportedly makes you healthier and less stressed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tell that to my cat who's trying to unwrap my Christmas presents right now.
I just posted a thing to Facebook of cats overtaking, what are they called? The Jesus scene? The nativity scene. All these pictures of cats overtaking nativity scenes. So funny.
Oh my gosh.
Too funny.
I believe it.
Cool. So did you guys have any other questions? I know I was just asking Alex that, and I know we're super fresh to get started, so you're probably just in the beginning phases, but do you have any questions regarding the modules you've watched or videos you've seen or anything else that you're wondering about, products you want to purchase, anything like that?
No,
well, I guess,
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Alex.
I was just like, until I guess I probably will have more questions once we figure out a plan and kind of what we're going to move forward with, more so than like off the top of my head. Like I watched the videos, and so I got a lot of it. Actually, the one where you're talking about like bone broth, like we recommend, like all of the stuff in the fasting is all like recommended for dogs too. So I'm just laughing because it's what we write for the magazine.
That's hilarious. Now you're going to follow the same prescription you give for the dogs in the magazine.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
It's so funny. I'll put less gross stuff in for me, but
yeah,
we used to put like a lot of chicken feet and stuff in for dogs.
I have a lot of people that do the chicken feed. They swear by it for
It
their.
grosses me right out. I can't do it.
I've never done it myself, and I heard it's quite the aroma, so I've never tried it. But the people who do, they like swear by it. They love it. So weird.
Yeah. I can't even like buy them. Grosses me out.
I don't even know where to buy them. Like I heard you have to ask the butcher for them.
You have to ask a butcher, but like you can go like T&T or whatever and
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Chinese grocery
get
stores.
them. Exactly.
The other superfood that I'm still working on myself is liver. Do you guys get down with liver?
God, no.
So funny.
I think it's because my parents forced it upon me when I was little, so I've kind of developed a severe distaste.
You have a aversion to it now. I'm gonna try to make, I know I made this recipe once in the past and it turned out really well. It's like a chicken liverwurst, and it's just chicken livers with sauteed onions, a little bit of red wine, grass-fed butter, and I think some herbs. And it ended up being surprisingly good. Like I didn't know I was eating liver, and I just had it on like little things of cucumbers, and it turned out really awesome. So I might try that again in the new year, but yeah, I'm finding it hard to get liver into me.
And I think a lot of like the changing of the health stuff and will be literally tricking my husband, not telling him what's in the food.
Yes, okay, that is huge. A lot of people hide liver for their husbands in meatballs with bacon, and they never realize, and they're like, these meatballs are so good, they taste like bacon, and there's also like a bunch of chopped liver in there.
I can
This
just
one.
picture like the guys like not even realizing that.
I know. Tell them like a year later, hey, you've been eating liver for a whole year.
That's funny.
So
No, like I haven't really started anything yet. It's just I think my question is there anything I can kind of do right now other than watch the videos to kind of start, I guess you could say?
Well, I mean, we could. I was kind of thinking this, and I was going to mention it to you. I do have an opening tomorrow morning if you want to do your first visit tomorrow, kind of like how Alex, like she snuck into my like literal last booking that I had open. But I do have one that's open tomorrow because unfortunately somebody else had to cancel. Do you want to do that, or time-wise, I've got one at 10 o'clock. Actually, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it's 10 o'clock. I don't know if
That
that
should be okay because I'm going to my doctor's at 8:45.
Nice. Yeah, so I could do 10. I mean, if we need to, we could even push it to like 10:15. I just don't want to bump into the next one after that. But
And
yeah,
is it on this or is it on a different way?
we can either do it on Zoom, or we can do it over the phone. What would work better for you?
This seems to be fine.
This is good? Okay, cool. Okay, sweet. Yeah, we can totally do that tomorrow. I'm going to put you in right now if that works for you.
Yep. And I guess, do I just come back on this or are you going to send me a separate link?
I'm going to send you a separate link. I'll give you your own link, and it'll be the same thing though. So
oh my God, I'm going to kill my cat. Go away.
He or she's trying to unwrap your presents.
Oh, it's my little one. He tests me daily. He is my middle child.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's always trying. Well, basically, he's bored, so he's trying to get attention, which is doing bad things.
They do that, don't they? They're so funny. They're like children.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I said. Like, I'm pretty much ready for parenting. I've got 3 animals.
Yeah, you've got quite a bit of experience there with taking care of things. Plus, you're a nurse too. I find nurses make, I don't know if that's an appropriate thing to say, but nurses make really good moms. They're just very like in tune with things.
It's funny though, but I'm horrible with, okay, for example, like when my husband has gallbladder, I feel like he was acting out a little more, and I didn't have a ton of patience with him.
That's funny.
He's just like, can you put my socks on? I'm like, no.
Here, I'm sending you the link for tomorrow. I'm just realizing I don't think I have you on. Never mind, I'll find you. But it's different with husbands, right? Because like you're not their mother, and being their mother is kind of unsexy. I think that's why we're not attracted to doing that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the other battle I fight with is surprisingly with my mother-in-law because I try to get him to eat healthy and stuff, but when we're around her, she goes, "Oh, he can eat whatever he wants. He's a big guy. Like, let him be." I'm like, "You're not supposed to undermine me."
Yeah, exactly.
I had that problem because my in-laws had never tried to eat healthy or change their lifestyle, so I've had that forever. And then last year, before my brother-in-law got married, they all went on a health kick, so now they realize like what it takes to try and make yourself better.
Yeah,
it's much better now, but
army of support to get him on board. That's why I'm like, maybe I should just get him to watch the videos and be like, "Hey, you need to dial in and realize this."
yeah,
I'm trying to tell him that now since he doesn't have his gallbladder, he's still not invincible because that's what he thinks he is now.
Yeah. Yeah. And how did it go for you, Alex? Like when they finally got on board, do you find that they're more supportive now?
Well, they were never not supportive, but like now there's more healthy options on the table. Like, my mother-in-law is American, so like the style of cooking and like what you make for, let's say, turkey dinner is a lot different from what you would make at home. So there's a lot more like casseroles with cream and that kind of stuff. Whereas now she'll just make like steamed green beans.
Nice.
Like as different options. So yeah, it's a lot different now. And then like kind of like you, my brother-in-law was competitive, well, and his wife, they're competitive athletes, soccer and football. So like everybody in the family eats a lot because of that metabolism and working out and everything. So changing it to like realizing nobody's an athlete anymore was a big shock for everyone.
Okay, guys. So I'll talk to you tomorrow morning, okay?
Okay, sounds good. We'll talk to you tomorrow, Adrian.
Okay, thanks. Good night.
Thanks. Good night.
Bye.
Cool. Yeah, that's a big thing too. Like when you're used to being super competitive and you need like 3,000 to, I don't know, even 5,000 calories a day, and then you go back to not being competitive, it just hits you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, so like that, like my in-laws and now like everybody is being super healthy, and like so it's a much better like for family dinners and stuff. There's a lot more like salad on the table and everything than there was, let's say, like 7 years ago.
That's so good. And it's so nice when that switch over happens, because then it just makes life a little bit easier for you too.
Mm-hmm. So like my husband's always been super supportive of changing like and eating healthy. Like for dinners and stuff, we eat very healthy.
Nice.
So that's not really an issue. But like, yeah, been good.
Okay, so your husband's, I'm going to mix you guys up with the pizza now. So your husband's not a pizza addict.
Not like a hide it behind the
okay.
No, like I said, we will eat pizza if like there's no dinner to be made, or like we forgot to pull something out of the freezer kind of deal. That's kind of when we would eat takeout.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, he sounds like he's pretty much on board with supporting you then.
Yeah, he's not like he's not supportive at all. Like he'll do whatever, and he just eats whatever I make. Like that's the only thing is like cooking falls on me then, because he doesn't really know like what decisions to make or good decisions or whatever. But like we've been doing, I did Whole30 like 2 years ago before we got married, and so that was the first time that he really committed with me. So that kind of changed how we prep dinner and stuff. So now he gets a lot more like from spices and stuff than we were doing before. It was a lot of sauces. So now we just use spices as flavor and herbs and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. And is he helping you a bit more with food prep?
He's good for chopping and stuff, and he does all the barbecuing.
Yes. Okay, that's key. That's what my boyfriend does too. I'm like, you're in charge of the grill, because I do not know how to grill a steak.
I just, well, I'm sure I could figure it out, but I made an executive decision not to learn so that I don't have to.
Exactly. Outsource that task if you can, right?
Yeah.
No, that's cool. Yeah, we have a similar situation too at my house. Like I do, my boyfriend, God bless him, but he finds cooking like completely uninteresting and boring, so he doesn't do it. But he does do the barbecue stuff. So like you said, like the cooking falls all on me, but it is kind of nice that he just eats whatever I give him. It just makes life super simple.
Yeah. Whatever's ready for dinner is like what we're having. So
Yeah, that's fantastic.
awesome. Well, I don't really have any other questions. Is there anything you think I should have asked?
No, I think we're good for now. I think you're on a good foot. I'm excited to get your plan to you, which would be in the next few days.
Awesome.
Basically. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. I have a feeling, everyone has more questions once their plan is out, either about the plan itself or, it's like the plan is a theory and then you put it into the real court of life, and then you'll have more questions about like, how do I do this or that?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be here for you the whole way through that, whether it's via text or messenger or even these types of calls. You'll probably find you have more questions with that. And I think it's super, super cool that you have Lisa in the program, so almost like as a buddy, someone else who's going to. And then even Adrienne, you can get to know now too, and have her as well as a support in the program. So I think that's yeah, that kind of stuff. Community-based, like I guess I'll call it medicine, not that this is technically medicine, but community-based medicine tends to be, it shows in studies that it's more effective, right? Like when we feel like we're in community and we have people who get what we're going through, it just works that much better.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, if you're all good for this evening, we can wrap up the call for now. And then we'll be in touch in the next few days and we'll kind of go from there.
Awesome.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so much.
No problem. Have an awesome
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.